In this episode, we're uncovering South India's take on this country's liquid gold.
Whoa, that is delicious.
Including one restaurant who's pumping out over 250 gallons of the stuff every single day. But first, let's back up. Welcome to Corella, the vibrant jewel of India's southwest, earning its title as the land of spices. The state's tropical climate nurtures an array of spices like black pepper, ginger, and turmeric, key ingredients for the dish India is perhaps most well known for. I'm talking about curry.
Okay. Ooh.
This liquid gold comes in hundreds of varieties throughout the country.
Pork curry is like my new favorite.
And here in Corella, they have their own twists on this legendary classic.
Coconut milk will be much evident in the dish and it will be less spicy with tangy flavor of tomato.
Like this Sambhar, cooked in such huge batches, they must measure it by the gallon.
It includes around 25 to 30 varieties of vegetables.
Or this 2,000-year-old curry recipe that comes right here from Corella.
It's a traditionally, culturally significant dish that is made in these Christian households.
Prepare to indulge in the ultimate curry tour in South India, right here in Kochi, Corella. Before we dive into the world of spice, let's clarify something for our non-Indian friends watching. Masala is basically a spice mix that forms the soul of a lot of Indian recipes. And curry? Well, it's that spice blend's cooler, more popular cousin. You know, that cousin that helped you pick your first tattoo when you were 12. The flavorful start to our curry journey in Corella begins with a dish so dry, it could be considered a choking hazard. Say hello to a chicken slow roasted in a symphony of earthy spices.
Chicken Palaaram is actually a tomato-based chicken roast in a Kerala style. It's a medium spicy, everyone can eat. Chicken Palaaram is a easy recipe. So for the breakfast and all, it's a umma's easy trick to make a small dish, but it's really tasty.
Chicken curry is like the ultimate bonding agent. It brings folks from Southeast Asia, the Caribbean, and even North America together. They've all got their unique chicken curry spin, but it all began in India. Here in Corella, we have a dish called chicken Perattu. To make it, start the party with a splash of mustard oil in a hot pan. Then invite the whole crew. Mustard seeds, ginger strips, diced garlic, fresh green chilies, dry red chilies, curry leaves, red onions, and cashew nuts. Let them dance and mingle, like a party for people who are over 40 and divorced. Next, sprinkle in salt, turmeric powder, red chili powder, coriander powder, fennel powder, and black pepper. Add tomato puree and let it cook for 10 to 15 minutes to create a thick paste. Now give a warm welcome to the boiled chicken. Add a splash of water for that paste chicken connection and let it simmer until the gravy becomes dry. Top it off with more curry leaves and serve. Whether you are a rice enthusiast or more of a non-believer. Get it? A non-believer? Come on, guys, there's a writer's strike. Chicken Perattu is the perfect protein pairing for either one. The dry, golden exterior creates a satisfying, spicy shell that coats every nook and cranny of the chicken. When you bite through it, you're met with a burst of delicious, spicy flavors that will melt your heart and possibly your taste buds, too. Picture this, you've got a lightning-fast layover in India, but your appetite is in overdrive. The thali comes to the rescue, a flavor-packed extravaganza in one shareable dish. But if you're lucky enough to land in Corella, you can swap that thali out for the ultimate food marathon, the Sadya. Get ready for a feast featuring not 5, not 10, but a whopping 30 to 60 delights. And yes, they are all vegetarian, but with so many options to choose from, surely we're gonna find something good.
Sadya is typically a vegetable feast. It includes around 25 to 30 varieties of vegetables. It includes some savory dishes, some pickles, and some parboiled rice, and some sweets also. This is the major ingredients of the Sadya. And we have to serve it in a banana leaf. That's why we call it such as Sadya.
Now, usually I'd be against vegetables, vegetarianism, and veganism in general.
Oh, it's so gross.
But I always make an exception for India.
I didn't eat any animals today.
Typically, this Corella-born treat is rolled out during big events, weddings, religious gatherings, or, those eat-your-feelings kind of days. To assemble the Sadya, first lay down a leaf and prepare 3 glasses. Carry gali, a spiced detox drink, buttermilk for that creamy goodness, and rasam, a zesty South Indian soup. Sprinkle a bit of salt, then add the crunchy essentials, banana chips, sun-dried bitter gourd, and a zingy curd chili. Now for the pickles: ginger jaggery, mango, lime, cucumber, beetroot, and 2 soups. Ola, a white gourd soup, and kalan, a mix of raw bananas and yam. Add a crispy papad and a ripe banana, lining up next to the crown jewel, rice topped with melted butter. Ah, see, it's not vegan after all. Just look at that delicious cow juice.
No, 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 no.
Now it's time to bring the heat. The veggie curry, kutu kari, takes center stage, followed by arissari, a coconut and pumpkin dish, tora, the coconut cabbage mix, and avial, the star combo of 13 veggies. The closing acts are lentil dishes, kati paripu and sambhar, and finally mure kari, a blend of yogurt and cucumber. Sadya is a dining experience where every bite is an orchestra of spices, from the spicy curries to the tangy pickles and chutneys and the creamy lentil curries, bringing in that smooth, rich harmony. It's meant to be shared, but if you find yourself dining solo, just pretend you're a royal king feasting in splendid solitude. That's what I do. Curry is actually a term that was coined by colonizers in India, used to lump together various unfamiliar dishes. As these recipes were carried worldwide, they morphed to match local palates. Hence, curry has become a global sensation, with different versions claiming their own origins. But let's get real. The heart of curry lies in India.
You grew up with cooking like this. That's amazing.
Our next stop, a restaurant whipping up such an insanely delicious curry that they managed to sell a staggering 250 gallons every single day. This is Sambhar, a popular Indian stew that was created back in the 15th century. Legend has it that a Maratha ruler decided to play chef while his cook took an unexpected break from the kitchen. Lo and behold, his lentil experiment turned into a masterpiece. Or maybe he's just taking credit for the chef's work. We'll never know, because the chef was put to death. Just kidding.
But you did this for what?
Why not?
Why?
Why not?
Why though?
The dish was so good, he named it after himself. So humble. Fast forward to today, and this food spot, once a tiny stall in '98, now churns out a crazy 250 gallons of this legendary stew daily. They've turned a princely kitchen mishap into a thriving curry empire. So how do they do it? Start by washing a mix of vegetables that have been cut into pieces: okra, carrots, red onions, radish, tomatoes, potatoes, and bitter gourd. Strain and set aside. In a giant pan, fry mustard seeds, fenugreek seeds, red chilies, curry leaves, and add the vegetable mixture. Add turmeric powder, salt, mango powder, coriander powder, and red chili powder. Now, the star of the show, urad dal or lentils, boiled for 5 hours or overnight. Transfer the seasoned veggie mixture into a giant pan with the dal, then add diced tomatoes. Vigorously stir for 30 minutes until all the flavors mingle together. Finish with fresh coriander and serve. Sambhar is the ultimate flavor conductor, dishing out a symphony of tastes: savory, spicy, sweet, tangy, and with a hint of nuttiness, all mingling together better than a group of 40-year-old divorcees at a speed dating party. Pair it up with crispy dosa or warm breads, and you've got yourself a culinary adventure and inevitably a food coma. Soon we will show you a curry that's almost 2,000 years old. But before that, brace yourself for a famous curry that uses Corella's staple protein.
Today we have used kingfish. As per taste, we can change the fish to pearl spot or whatever fish is available at this point.
Meet Meen molee. The story of this dish dates back to colonial times, when Portuguese sailors exploring Corella encountered a fiery local dish that was far too spicy for their European palates.
Oh.
To cool things down, a local woman named Molly added coconut milk, taming the spice and delighting the sailors.
Coconut milk will be much evident in the dish and it will be less spicy with tangy flavor of tomato.
Impressed by her concoction, they named it after her, giving birth to the iconic fish delicacy.
Our restaurant is one among the best seafood restaurants in Kochi. That's why people visit us.
To make it, sauté fresh ginger, red onions, a handful of green chilies, and curry leaves in a pot with coconut oil. Add turmeric, tomatoes, and thicken with that flavorful coconut milk and a dash of salt. Introduce a slice of kingfish to the pot and allow it to cook for 20 minutes. Serve on nature's plate, the banana leaf. The rich coconut milk sops up the spice without taking away from the incredible flavor. The fish flavor shines through, maintaining a firm texture amidst all that gravy goodness. When I say I want to go swimming, inside a pool of this gravy is exactly what I have in mind. Did you know there's a 2,000-year-old curry from Corella made by the Syrian Christian community? It's been around longer than my oldest pair of underwear, and I'm guessing it's way tastier too. As we wrap up our curry journey throughout Kochi, Corella, let's explore the time-tested dish that's seasoned with a dash of history. Ever since St. Thomas set foot in India back in 52 AD, the Christian community began to grow in Corella. Among their culinary treasures lies Eraichi Pidi, a dish composed of two flavorful components, the chicken curry, fondly called Pidi and the mini rice batter pancakes known as Pidi. Think of them as distant cousins to Italian gnocchi in both preparation and texture.
This dish I used to have when I was much younger with my father. There used to be a small restaurant in Kochi that used to serve it. After that, I have not had it in this gap because it's not a very common dish. It's a home dish that is very popular amongst the Syrian Christian population of Kottayam Pala district of Kerala. It's a traditionally, culturally significant dish that is made in these Christian households. So it consists of two parts. There is the pidi, which is rice dumplings in coconut milk, and there is Kozhi curry. Typically, it's vartharcha Kozhi curry. So these two are combined in quantity as preferred by whoever wants to eat. So if someone wants it more spicy, they take more curry. If someone wants it more creamy, they take more pidi. So it's a all in all one pot dish.
To whip this up, start with the chicken curry. Pour in a ladle full of coconut oil in the pan and fry cumin seeds, diced onions, garlic, and ginger. Stir it all around until the aroma envelops the entire kitchen. Add turmeric powder, coriander powder, red chili powder, a few slices of tomato, pieces of raw chicken, and salt. Pour in water and cook for 5 to 7 minutes. Finish with coconut milk and let it simmer. Next, the pidi. Blend together grated coconut with red onions. Add that to the pan and add more grated coconut, rice flour, coconut milk, and knead it together to form a dough. Mold it into tiny ovals and steam them. Finally, create a sauce by boiling coconut milk with water, salt, and fenugreek powder. Add our steamed pidi and cook for 10 minutes before serving with the curry. It was a lot of steps, but you know what, guys? We finally got there. Imagine an Italian gnocchi waltzing down the aisle with a spicy chicken curry. The pidi, soft, juicy, and infused with bold coconut flavors. It melds beautifully with the fiery yet heartwarming curry. It's like a match made in culinary heaven, or it's like meeting your second soulmate at a party for 40-year-old divorcees. After exploring Kochi's most beloved curry dishes, it's time to pick the one that warmed my soul the most. Was it the dry roasted chicken Perattu, the grand feast of Sadya, the historical favorite Eraichi Pidi, the coconut-rich fish molee, or the unexpected masterpiece Sambhar? Today, my favorite was the Eraichi Pidi. This dish has been around for 2,000 years for a good reason. Its flavors are as enticing as its interesting origin story. Now, which one of these will become your go-to curry? Let us know downstairs in the comments below what you think. And for more indulgent feasts for your senses, be sure to subscribe to Best Ever Food India. Thanks. Bye. Elevate your style with our brand new clothing collection. Rock out in our threads, feel the thrill of culinary adventures, and celebrate with us in style. Head on over to beffers.shop today.